you struggle with focus, then in this video I'm gonna share with you some secrets that will help you achieve superhuman focus. I also struggled to stay focused and I got bored very quickly, so I researched on focus and found the best techniques from scientific viewpoint, some Stoic advice and Taoist techniques to improve focus. These techniques help me 4x my focus. With the help of these techniques, you will increase your productivity, better your memory, reduce stress and help you access the flow state. But before knowing the techniques, we need to know what breaks focus. So the number one thing that breaks focus is multitasking. When you indulge in multiple activities at one time, then your brain jumps between one task to another, making focusing on one very hard. The prefrontal cortex part of the brain, which manages attention, isn't capable of fully focusing on two demanding tasks at once. Instead, it toggles between tasks, which causes mental fatigue and decreases efficiency. Research from Stanford University found that heavy multitaskers had worse working memory and perform poorly on tasks requiring sustained attention. So let's look at some solutions on how to focus better. Andrew Huberman, a neuroscientist and a professor at Stanford, offers science-backed strategies to improve focus by leveraging the brain's natural mechanisms. Here is a detailed explanation of his advice with some scientific explanations. Did you know that your vision and attention are closely linked? You can train your brain to focus more by fixating your gaze on one point. When you focus your eyes on a fixed point, particularly something close to your workspace, it activates the neural circuits in the brain that enhance mental clarity and concentration. Fixating your gaze helps you activate the prefrontal cortex, which is crucial for decision-making and goal-oriented tasks. So before starting any project or a task, stare at a stationary object for 30 to 60 seconds. This trains your brain to focus better by reducing the mental clutter. Did you know that our brain operates in a 90-minute cycles known as ultradian rhythms, where focus naturally peaks and dips? But when you work in alignment with these rhythms, it allows you to optimize your cognitive performance without overexertion. Studies show that mental fatigue accumulates after sustained effort. So in order to recharge and rest your brain, take breaks in between. Taking breaks helps you restore your neurotransmitter levels, especially dopamine, which helps you for your next cycle. To use this technique, you need to engage in deep, focused work for 90 minutes, then take a 15-minute break. But what will you do during this break? Use your phone and scroll reels? No, during breaks, avoid screens to allow your brain to reset. Maybe take a walk or meditate. Do you know that your environment plays a major role in improving your focus? Your environment decides whether you are focused or not. When there is clutter or distraction in your environment, it activates the brain's default mode network, which is responsible for mind wandering. Minimizing external stimuli helps suppress the DMN activity, allowing the focus-related tasks positive network to dominate. Clean and structured environment reduces cognitive load, which improves brain's ability to maintain and sustain attention. To use this technique, create a clutter-free workspace, use noise-cancelling headphones, and set your phone to do not disturb mode. There are some brain hacks that ensure that your focus and concentration are at the peak level. Certain physiological states, for example, maintaining hydration, avoiding heavy meals before focused work, and getting adequate sleep are foundation for cognitive performance, which enhance the brain's ability to focus. Proper hydration and lighting conditions have been shown to release chemicals which enhance focus. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. to prevent disrupting sleep, which is critical for attention. If you feel overwhelmed or anxious that you cannot focus for a long time, then don't worry. It is a skill that improves with practice. By intensely training your brain to resist distractions, you strengthen the neural pathways involved in sustained attention. Studies show that deliberate practice increases the efficiency of neural circuits in the prefrontal cortex, improving focus over time. To use this technique, practice focusing for increasingly longer periods. You can start by focusing for 25 minutes and taking a 5-minute break and gradually increasing the duration. These were some scientific techniques to improve focus, but the Stoics had an interesting take on focus. In Meditations, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius emphasizes on aligning daily actions with a greater purpose. This helps you to focus by giving clarity and meaning to the tasks. He wrote, "You have power over your mind and not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. By living with purpose, your actions become intentional rather than reactive." You can use this by starting each day by asking yourself what actions align with your greater purpose. Before starting a task, ask yourself, does this align with my purpose? If yes, do it. If not, then eliminate it or delegate it to someone else. If you are constantly worried about the past or anxious about the future, then Marcus Aurelius talks about the importance of focusing on the present, writing, "Confine yourself to the present. The mind often wanders to past regrets or future anxieties, pulling attention away from the current tasks." To practice living in the present moment, you can take a few deep breaths. Focus on completing one small immediate step rather than the entire project. This makes tasks less overwhelming and keeps you focused. When you catch yourself being anxious or worried, remind yourself that I only control what I am doing now. Another very important technique to help you focus better comes from another Stoic, Seneca, who emphasized self-reflection as a cornerstone of growth. He suggested reviewing your day to assess where you succeeded and where you could improve. He stated, "When the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, I examine my entire day and go over what I have done and said." Reflection helps you identify habits or behaviors that hinder focus, such as frequent distractions or procrastination. It also builds accountability and helps you concentrate better. At the end of the day, write down the tasks where you maintained focus and where you could not. After that, write down the triggers that led to distraction and eliminate them. Use insights from the reflection to plan focused work sessions for the next day. There are even some Taoist advice to improve your focus, which not only trains the mind but your mind, body and soul. Some Taoist techniques to improve focus are rooted in mindfulness, balance and aligning with the natural flow of energy. These practices integrate the body, mind and spirit to attain a calm state. Here are some best Taoist techniques to improve focus. There are countless studies which emphasize the various benefits of meditation or mindful breathing. Taoists emphasize deep conscious breathing to calm the mind and anchor attention in the present moment. This technique regulates Qi, which is vital energy, and helps clear mental distractions. Deep breathing reduces the cortisol levels, lowers heart rate, engages the parasympathetic nervous system, improving calmness and deep focus. To practice this technique, you can sit or stand comfortably with a straight spine. Inhale deeply through your nose, exhale slowly and completely. While doing this, you can visualize tension leaving your body. You can repeat this for 3 or 5 minutes. But if you want some productivity techniques to use with your improved focus, then watch this video next.